Hey man, what it do you two? It's your boy back again. Another video, man. We got another video. Black Ops 6 maps that y'all want remastered. I don't know why I'm starting. Black Ops 6 maps that y'all want remastered. I got a few in mind. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too special. Summit. I ain't played on Summit since Black Ops 4. We played WMD last year on Cold War. On Fire Range. You see? Oh, y'all don't see it. Y'all don't see it. Right there, y'all see it, Fire Range. I want Fire Range. We already know we getting Nuketown, Raid, Standoff. That's probably about it. Grind. No, don't forget about Grind. Don't forget about Grind. This is my last video today. Hopefully y'all subscribe. This is another video from BK Dynamite. You know what I'm saying? He gets all the shit, man. He gets all of it, man. All of it. But let's get straight into it, man. And make sure y'all subscribe. But this is the last video today for me. I did a lot of recording, a lot of playing games, a lot of on it. You know what I'm saying? Ready for this Black Ops 6, man. So I can stop playing NW3.
What's going on, everybody? This is DK Dynamite, and today we're going to be talking about the multiplayer maps in Black Ops 6 when we could start seeing some more remasters, plus even more. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and let me know down below in the comment section which multiplayer map do you guys want to see added back the most within Black Ops 6. This could be any map across any Call of Duty title, even non-Treyarch ones. And when do you think they should add whatever that map is into BO6? Should it be right away during the launch window, during preseason?
I was going crazy on Black Ops 1 on that map.
I want to see which maps you guys choose down below in this video's comments. But as a big reminder, there's plenty of brand new article coverage also going up on detonated.com for those that want to stay up to date with all things Call of Duty. Got so much to report on when it comes to the mid-season 4 updates and, of course, Black Ops 6. So, as I reported in a recent video over at Treyarch last week and within the Black Ops 6 Direct, it was confirmed we're going to be getting 16 original multiplayer maps day 1. Now, that will include 12 6v6 maps and 4 strike maps. Here's something I can't exactly remember correctly, but if I could find more information about this, I'll put it on screen so you guys can see. I believe during the Treyarch Q&A, they did show us all 12 6v6 maps in a bit of a slideshow, whereas they also went ahead and showed us the 4 strike maps we're going to be getting day 1. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe 3 of the 4 strike maps were visible with clear names and all, but there was one map that was redacted. I can't remember if this was a separate map from the 4 strike ones, or was this the 4th strike map we're going to be seeing day 1, and that's the map that we talked about in my recent video going over Black Ops 6's version of Nuketown. I believe the redacted map for strike, which is obviously the 2v2 small map kind of experience, I believe that was our first look at the new Black Ops 6 Nuketown. Now, we got to see what appeared to be this sandy dune type of crazy dusty environment over what appeared to be the classic Nuketown layout that we all know. I believe we saw a glimpse of a green house, maybe even a pinch of a yellow one, so everyone in the Treyarch Q&A room was like, oh wait, that's Nuketown. So we all came to a conclusion that they showed us our first glimpse of Nuketown during that presentation, and then during the Black Ops 6 Direct live stream, one of the monitors that was shown did give us our look at Nuketown being loaded into for Black Ops 6, but for those saying, oh, that's probably a placeholder, I get what you mean by that, but I think there's no doubt in anybody's mind that Nuketown is going to return within the new Call of Duty. It's been in every Treyarch COD since what,
3
Black
weeks,
Ops 1.
close to the first.
Though it looks like in the background of this placeholder menu, or it could be close to a beta build of the multiplayer menu, you could see what appears to be Nuketown 2025 kind of behind the characters, so you could see it kind of vaguely or faintly in the background. So behind the multiplayer menu,
I see it. I see it right there. In the middle,
kind of behind the characters, so you could see it kind of vaguely or faintly in the background. So I'm gonna say that's probably another placeholder that isn't exactly a reflection of what the new Nuketown is gonna be. I highly doubt we're gonna see Nuketown 2025 within Black Ops 6. That'll probably make more sense for, let's say, the COD coming out next year, the one that's rumored, a futuristic Black Ops game that takes place after the events of BO2 in the future. That's when we can maybe see a remaster of that version of Nuketown. That'd be awesome, by the way. So I don't think we're going to be seeing any type of Nuketown that we've gotten in the past. We're going to be getting a new iteration of it for Black Ops 6. And I'll leave that video down below in the comments for those that missed it. But one thing I want to point out that I also didn't mention in that Nuketown video is that if Nuketown is a quote-unquote strike map for BO6, does that mean it's a streakless experience? If you guys are unfamiliar with Face-Off, that's the ability to play 2v2, 3v3, and even 6v6 on some smaller maps. We had this game mode in Black Ops Cold War, and with it returning in Black Ops 6, does that mean that Nuketown will be a streakless type of experience then if it's considered a strike map? Honestly, don't think that's going to be the case. I just feel like if they bring back
Nuketown always been. I need some streaks on that motherfucker. Man. I need some streaks on Nuketown. If I ain't got streaks on Nuketown, it's not Nuketown.
A mode like gunfight or just any 2v2 experience, they're probably just gonna let you play whatever that is on Nuketown, but there will still be traditional 6v6 also playable on Nuketown. It just wouldn't make sense to take away streaks on that classic map. Hopefully that's clear.
Yeah.
But on top of Nuketown, what about some other iconic experiences like firing range, jungle, summit?
I don't want jungle again. If y'all gonna do what y'all did on Black Ops 4, I
back in just about every recent Treyarch title, minus one or two here and there, but we've seen a lot of those iconic fan favorite Black Ops maps brought in different ways throughout Treyarch's recent games. So what are the odds they also bring those maps into Black Ops 6? And what about some BO2 maps like Slums, Hijack, Standoff, the usual bangers, right? We'll circle back to BO2 maps in just
don't
a
add
bit,
Yemen.
but I still think, like I said before on a recent podcast, there are so many Black Ops 1 multiplayer maps that deserve some type of reimagining, remaster, remake, whatever term you want to give that. I think there's a lot of maps from even BO3, BO4 that could also be redesigned to fit with a game like BO6. Would be crazy cool to see how Treyarch can bring some of those maps to
with the new text-to-image
yeah,
feature
bro,
in
like I
Photoshop,
forgot
we can
about
make this promo starting from a
Slums.
blank
Just don't
canvas.
add
Let's
Yemen
click
back
generate
on.
image.
I don't really like that map for real.
We'll love to see some different maps get remade
Playable?
for
I just didn't
once,
really
but I
like
think
it.
Cold War did a great job of bringing in the usual maps you'd expect, along with some others that I think really deserve some time in the spotlight that never got a remake before, like Drive-In, like Zoo. Those are maps that played incredibly well with the Cold War ecosystem, so I can't even imagine how any classic Black Ops map will end up playing with new omnidirectional movement. Now, I also want to add that both Firing Range and Summit were excluded from Cold War's set of remastered maps. There were strong rumors that both of those maps were going to be added in, especially during year 2, but the maps never came. During year 2, we still got, I believe it was Jungle, and the other map was WMD. Still fantastic maps nonetheless, but I believe Summit was even a part of the scrapped Ural Mountains Blackout 2 experience, and the region that would have had Summit also never came to Fireteam. But don't forget about a map like Grid, for example, that was within Duga, so I was hoping we would also end up seeing a 6v6 version of that added to Cold War MP. That also never saw light of day, but yeah, I do think those are probably strong candidates to come straight away within Black Ops 6, especially if they were at one point worked on for Black Ops Cold War. Now let's take a look at the current Call of Duty for a second. Modern Warfare 3, the game released with 16 remastered multiplayer maps day one. It's the catalog of MW2 2009, so essentially every map at launch was a remake. Now if you guys didn't play MW209, then great, every single map is completely original to you. You have no idea how they may have played well over a decade ago, but for those that did play those maps all the way back in 09, maybe you weren't a fan of them, you had to wait until season 1 and then even season 2 to get a nice plethora of original experiences within multiplayer. Now, it looks like what Modern Warfare 3 has been doing, at least for the most part across 4 seasons, is they focus completely on original 6v6 spaces within multiplayer. There's been a couple of remakes here and there. You had one for DOS House, and then we had Stash House, which was a reimagining of that one map from Vanguard.
This map play alright.
You have a couple of remakes here and there, but
this is too
very
damn big
few in comparison to actual original maps, and I wonder if that's
like
the model we'll end up
shrink
going
that,
with for future CODs that may
time
launch
down just
with
a little bit,
remakes.
it'd be alright.
Black Ops 6 isn't going to have 16 remasters day one, but since that's not the case, maybe that means we'll get more remakes than what MW3 has offered much more quickly, especially starting with like late season 1 or early season 2. Now, Cold War didn't have an outrageous number of remakes. There were also some fantastic and original experiences that I think really did enhance that game's
just
multiplayer.
don't put pine cones
The remakes
on it.
were
That
just
shit was
a nice
trash.
bonus, so I'm guessing Treyarch will end up doing a great balance of original and remade maps within BO6 multiplayer. Now, I'm also curious what your thoughts are on reimaginings versus what you could call remakes or remasters. Now, I want to say it's probably time to go back to those reimaginings as we saw in games like BO2 and 3, where you take a fan favorite environment and you just change the aesthetic, change the scenery, change the storyline of what the map is, even if it has the same exact layout as a map like Firing Range, for example. We had a version called Studio in BO2. What about Badass Raid from BO2? It came back as Empire in BO3. I think it's really time to get back to that style of remake for multiplayer maps, because I think at a certain point in the next few years or sooner, it'll get a bit too repetitive where we're just getting those one-to-one remasters that we had well over a decade ago. For some reason, ever since Black Ops 4, we stopped stop seeing maps like this. I'm not sure what changed or what data Activision has that says, hey, it's better to just do one-to-one remasters. Maybe there's no reason at all. It was just a stylistic choice. Hopefully, though, Black Ops 6 can give a nice 90s spin to a number of different maps that do deserve some time in the spotlight. And here's something that I'm also thinking, right? Maybe, and just maybe, Black Ops 6 also pulls a bit of a Modern Warfare 2 2022, where when you expect maps from, let's say, Black Ops 2 to get remade inside of BO6, some fan favorites that you guys might think would play well in the new COD, maybe it'll be a case where no BO2 remake ever gets added into the game, and that's simply for the reason that they're gonna save all of those for COD 2025, a game that's rumored to take place after the events of Black Ops 2 in the future. That would be the game to probably launch with, or certainly add during post-launch, a ton of Black Ops 2 maps from 2012. So that would make sense to just exclude BO2 entirely from any type of Black Ops 6 reimagined multiplayer map. I think that would likely make sense. Maybe Black Ops 6 overall just has more of a focus on original content with multiplayer and zombies, then they save all the reimaginings or remasters for Black Ops 2025, where that game could be kind of a best of Black Ops, like a Black Ops hits type collection game, which I think is a strong outing for Call of Duty to compete with a major release like Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, the reason I brought up MW2 2022 is because in that game, people were like, oh, where are the remakes from MW209? This is the new Modern Warfare 2. Let's bring back some old maps. And they never brought back any maps from the original MW2. And why do you think that was? They were saving that for what might have been at one point in time a year 2 expansion, which was the entire 09 collection remastered, or they just knew they needed a nice set of maps to launch MW3 with to really kick things off and get sales off to a strong, healthy start. So they saved all those maps for the current Call of Duty that we have. Maybe something similar will happen this time around when it comes to those type of remasters, but when it comes to maybe Black Ops 1, 3, or 4, hell, even Cold War era maps, I think there's a strong chance we see a lot of fantastic experiences kind of reimagined for the 90s here inside of Black Ops 6. But that is about it. This has been DK Dynamite. Leave our
What match y'all winning the game? What match y'all winning the game? Like I already said mine in the beginning, you know, Raid. You already know Nuketown coming in. You got Raid, Summit, Nuketown, standoff, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's my cup of tea right there, bro. But let me know what y'all want in the game. For the original match in the game, hopefully they good. They look good. The aesthetics, they there. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they play well. When we put in streaks, will the streaks be good to where, you know what I'm saying, we can really play off the map. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, man. But hopefully all the maps good. Cold War match wasn't that bad. Moscow, you know what I'm saying? That should play good for me, you know. But that's about it, man. Hopefully y'all like the video, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe, like, share. Shout out to DK Dynamite coming out with this news, coming out with everything. You know what I'm saying? I mess with everybody that doing the news shit right now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm out this whole piece, man.